Good evening, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Just a quick video today. In my last truck video where I did the spark plugs and the coil pack, I did mention that I needed to replace the air filter. Well, I finally picked up a new air filter, so we're gonna get that replaced tonight. And oh my god, there is a huge frog on the side of my house. You see that? How does he even hang out? I don't get that. Anyway, that's pretty cool. So let's throw the air filter in there, but first I wanted to, my buddy Andy Morris has a YouTube channel also, and we kind of had a friendly competition going back and forth on which one of us could get to 1,000 subscribers first. Well, since I won, now I can go ahead and help him out, but basically Andy is a buddy of mine from back in Washington. He has a YouTube channel all about sports cards with a D. Anyway, go check out his channel. It's Three Rivers Sports Cards. I'll put it on the screen here. Anyway, he is so painfully close to 1,000 subscribers, and nobody deserves to get that reach that 1,000 subscriber threshold more than Andy does. He's been busting his butt trying to get there, and if you guys even give him 5 or 10 subscribers, just help him to reach that threshold. I enjoy watching his videos. I'm not really into sports cards, but it's still fun to watch, and he does live auctions every Tuesday. Anyway, head over to his channel, hit that subscribe button just to help him get to that 1,000 subscriber threshold. I know he would very much appreciate it. And then while you're there, stick around and check out some of his live auctions for his sports cards. They're pretty fun. Let's get this air filter put in here. Alright, so let's get this old, nasty, dirty one pulled out of here. See if I can do this one-handed. So check that thing out, pretty gross. I'll set it up here next to this one. Yeah, pretty big difference. So let's get that guy chucked in there. There we go. Had to set you down for a second there. That was way too hard to do one-handed. Okay, and simple as that. New air filters in. I know that's not a super exciting video, but it's always fun to share the modifications and the maintenance. Just so I like to be transparent about what vehicle ownership's like. If you guys haven't been following the truck build, I went over how we replaced the headlights with these lightning style headlights. We just recently did all the spark plugs and one coil pack. This truck has 105,000 miles on it, and it still had the original spark plugs in it, and the gap was just tremendous. So the gap was I think like 80,000. Stock is like 40 or 45 thousandths, so almost double the stock gap. So it was really running kind of rough, and I thought it was a coil pack, and it may still have been because I was getting a misfire on cylinder number 8. But we got all that taken care of. Got number 8 replaced. I learned a lot about how to do all that stuff on this truck. It's not a super simple process, but you kind of have to dig into it a lot more, like if you were working on basically a Chevy small block where they're relatively easily accessible. You don't have to tear a lot of stuff off the top of the engine. This truck just runs amazing now after doing that. So much smoother. I can tell a difference in power. Yeah, really, really happy with how it's running after doing the plugs and that one coil pack. So where we're going next with the truck, we're gonna do a few simple exterior modifications, do a quick walk around here. So we've already done the headlights and the markers. I believe I wanna do the fog lights next. You know, the headlights used to match this with that ribbed look, I really want to get a clear lens fog light in there. You can see this grill is really sun faded. I want to get this painted. I'll probably paint it first, and maybe sometime down the road I'd like to put a lightning style grill or even a Harley Davidson style grill in there, because I think those look really good. I want to get little stuff like this, these paint chips touched up. I think for these side badges, I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to go badgeless, because I think this fender looks a little too plain without badging. And for some reason on this truck, since so many have been used as work trucks, I think when you go badgeless on the fender, it almost, instead of giving it a custom look, I feel like it kind of gives it like, you know, this fender was damaged and repainted and we didn't bother putting the badges back on kind of look. So what I think I want to do is go ahead and remove these badges, and I want to put on not the current body style, but the previous body style badges. I think it was the 2009 to 2015. I'm not positive on that. Don't quote me to that. So we'll get that taken care of. I think that would look really nice, a nice updated look, and even maybe paint the inside of the letters and the numbers to match the silver of the truck. I think that'd be a pretty clean look. And I was gonna walk around the back and show you the emblem on the back, but it's just too dark back there. You won't be able to see anything. So anyway, it's filters in. You might be asking, why didn't I go with a custom intake, or at least some sort of performance air filter? Well, to answer that question, this truck, I think my next big modification for the truck is going to be a large single turbo that's going to sit right up in this area right here. And if I'm going to do a large single turbo, it's going to have its own intake with that setup. So I didn't want to spend the money on a performance filter if I'm just going to go ahead and turbo the truck anyway. So I just went ahead and replaced it with a stock filter. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the truck. I just wanted to do a quick update video, where we're at with the truck, where we're going with it. I hope you guys are excited for the truck. I know the truck videos don't get a lot of views, but you know, I'm doing this for fun, and I hope you guys enjoy that and are following along just to see where it goes. I know many of you follow me for the Audi over here, and I enjoy making videos with that as well. I also enjoy just working on my truck. I really enjoy driving the truck too. The Audi is just kind of my main video making vehicle, and I have many more videos planned for that, so be sure you stay tuned for that. Small update on the Armada. Funny story, when I put that on in the last video, I think my wife is so used to seeing the Auto Detour logo on things, shirts and the stickers on my car, and there's one on the back of the truck, but I think she's so used to seeing it that she didn't even notice that I put it on the car. She noticed the big clean spot on the window where I cleaned the window to put the sticker on, but she didn't actually notice the sticker, which is kind of hilarious. One thing I'm noticing on the Armada, we had an Armada previously, a 2006, which is the body style right before this one, but we had an issue with the air compressor leaking for the air ride in the back, and I can see that's kind of starting to happen on this one a little bit. You can see the front, the gap, man, my garage is a mess. You can see the gap on the front is taller than the back when it's just parked, and that's not a good sign because the back should be pumped up higher than the front. So I'm concerned that the air compressor on the Armada is starting to leak. It's a simple fix. You just have to buy a new compressor and put it in. And I had to do that on our 2006 Armada that we had, and it fixed the problem. But if you're not familiar with Armadas, you'll see many of them driving around with a saggy butt. They do have coil springs in the back too, but the ride height is dependent on those airbags being filled up. So a little fun fact about the Armada. It's not really that fun because looks like I'm gonna have to be replacing an air compressor here pretty soon. Leave a comment down below what kind of videos you want to see on the Audi. If you want to see anything, the review, like a review on the Armada. You know, it's really in my mind, it's kind of the forgotten SUV. Sorry, I'm staring up here because there's a leaf stuck up there. I thought it was another frog. It's kind of the forgotten SUV. In my opinion, it is a better quality car than like the ever so popular Tahoe, or you know, the Expedition in this year. This is a 2008. You know, the Expeditions weren't, I mean, certainly more popular than the Armada, but they were kind of the poster child for horrible fuel economy, so I don't think the Expeditions were all that popular. But the Tahoes and the Yukons have been really popular, and I just don't, that's one situation where I don't think that the quality is what drove that popularity. I feel like the Armada is a much higher quality vehicle than our Tahoe was. We had a 2007 Tahoe, and just the feel on the inside, everything was, on the Tahoe was kind of really plasticky and creaky, and the chrome on the door handles was flaky, and just the build quality of the mid to late 2000s Chevy stuff wasn't that impressive. But anyway, I'm rambling about the Armada now. And let me know what you'd like to see on the truck. We are going to focus on doing some videos on the truck, but don't worry, we're not going to forget about the Audi. And I do have some fun collaborations that I'm going to do coming up here. But we're just kind of getting back into the swing of things after having our son, and he's doing great, by the way. But we're just getting back into the swing of things, so it's kind of difficult for me to get out and do some of this stuff and leave my wife with the 3 kids, one of them being, you know, 2.5 weeks old now, needs her attention pretty much all the time. So we're still doing it, we're still making videos. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that like button, leave a comment. Love hearing from you guys. But with all that being said, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next time. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to Andy's 3 River Sports Cards. Go support a veteran, and go support his channel, because he is working his butt off, and I do appreciate that about him. Anyway, thanks guys. Have a great night.